How cryptocurrency actually works. Secrets before you buy and invest your cash in Bitcoin. Beginners to advanced guide. If you don't know much knowledge and are not a crypto expert, it is okay, because here we will be going into what you need to know before getting started. All you need to know as you start investing in crypto. Before you take actions when it comes to crypto research. Be sure to watch to the end for crypto investing secrets that will save you thousands of dollars, if not much more. This content you will find priceless, especially if you make it to the end. This all is evergreen content that can be applied now and will still be very applicable for many years to come. Evergreen means no matter what time of year you're watching this video, this all will continue to be valuable information you can use later, as all is not going to change anytime soon. This content is proven evergreen because the secrets described have been implemented trading in stocks and day trading long before I or crypto were even born. Smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. All is still implemented today. You can see all this in the way the markets rise and fall. You cannot understand how to make crypto trades without the secrets I share below. At least, I would not invest without knowing the below free foundational crypto knowledge that nobody talks about. As a beginner, there is definitely a lot you need to look into before you invest your first dollar. As an advanced investor, there are secrets here we all should know before we start investing in crypto that I clarify here. Be sure to watch to the middle to watch a funny crypto video for a common crypto myth. This I found super entertaining, and I am sure you may find it entertaining too. The cryptocurrency market is definitely a very hyped up market that a lot of people are talking about. From normal people at the bottom of the financial system to top CEOs we know and trust. As the United States stimulus gave money to normal lower income individuals, many people were searching for things to invest their new money in. That, of course, if you are not paying endless bills. They say, always ensure your income exceeds your debts. If you do this, you always have money to invest. If you always have money to invest, why not crypto? Here we go into crypto, so you have a good foundation of knowledge before you buy into something. Smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. We want you to work smarter, not harder. We want you to find success in life. To find success, you must invest wisely and strategically. Even the best investment is bad if the timing is bad. You must buy established coins with great potential based on how they were formed and how they are managed today. How does crypto work? We all know Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal for transferring money. The transactions require a third-party company to handle the exchange of funds. The problem with PayPal and Venmo is that there are risks to this too, as users claim they have money taken from them by hackers. Lawsuits exist with the Federal Trade Commission for privacy violations for selling buyers' purchasing habits. Modern day, we must all worry about how safe our data is. Companies are buying companies to gain people's data or buying the data in general without purchasing the company itself. Hackers look to steal data and your identity. Some say cryptocurrency will help alleviate security problems. I say security issues will only continue for all industries. Crypto tracks transactions in a seemingly secure way that is said to not be controllable by any centralized government. Smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. The bank failures occurring internationally are fueling the growth of cryptocurrency. More and more we see the instability of the fiat currency. According to Bitcoin.org official statements, Bitcoin uses peer-to-peer technology to operate with no central authority or bank, manages transactions, and issues of Bitcoins is collectively completed by a network that is open source and designed as public, where nobody owns or controls it. Everyone can take part in investing in Bitcoin. It has fast peer-to-peer transactions. Crypto transactions are time-stamped. Waiting 2 to 3 business days for that wire transfer to come is now a thing of the past. With cryptocurrency, you can send money internationally with minimal fees and little to no wait. Processing fees go to the people that are mining the data for this transaction to go through. Even the war in Ukraine was funded by large sums of over $4 million in cryptocurrency. How blockchain operates. Blockchain is a database that manages transactions for crypto coins. First, a new transaction is entered, then the transaction is transmitted to a network of peer-to-peer computers scattered across the world, where crypto mining computer systems are maintained for processing transactions. Transactions go through the network of computers, then solve equations to confirm the validity of the transaction. Once confirmed to be legitimate, transactions are clustered together into blocks. These blocks are then chained together, creating a long history of all transactions that are permanently recorded in time. The transaction is now complete. Why was blockchain created? It acts as a public ledger as well. This means you can actually access all of the data and see some pretty interesting information, all the way up to the transactions that people are having on a day-to-day basis. You can see small to large transactions occurring every day in the market. We are comparatively a pretty small shrimp in the game of crypto. People are trading and transferring bitcoins in the hundreds of thousands of dollars every single day. Smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Crypto myth.
I'm changing who I am. I'm making a new plan, rearranging my life and
Investing platforms. There are a lot of different companies out here that have created platforms for users to trade cryptocurrency. These companies are going to want you to start banking with them because they gain fees for all crypto transactions you buy and sell for your lifetime investing with them. Chances are, you will become dedicated to the platform, making them a lot of money over time. There are transaction fees for stock market investments too, but at least you do not have to pay thousands into repairing your home. Instead, the fee is a small percentage calculated quickly, without wasting your time or thousands in repairs, which you cannot ensure quality for that action that occurs. At least for this fee, you know what you are paying for. Odds are you're going to use the same platforms for the duration of your cryptocurrency investing, so these companies may offer you bonuses for signing up for using their cryptocurrency platform to buy and sell crypto. For the stock market, Robinhood runs things similarly. To invest in cryptocurrencies, you typically need to use a cryptocurrency exchange platform where you can buy, sell, and trade different cryptocurrencies. Different platforms include Gemini, Coinbase, Binance, etc. Smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Level up your life. Follow us on Medium to unlock our secrets. Subscribe to us on YouTube. CoinMarketCap and investing platforms. CoinMarketCap is a cryptocurrency data aggregator for market capitalization rankings, charts, and other information. It is a valuable resource you can get as an app on your phone for researching and tracking various crypto coins. CoinMarketCap provides links to various exchanges where you can trade cryptocurrencies, but the actual investing process happens on those platforms, not on CoinMarketCap itself. Smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. To invest in cryptocurrencies, you typically need to use a cryptocurrency exchange platform where you can buy, sell, and trade different cryptocurrencies. Different platforms include Gemini, Coinbase, Binance, etc. I personally avoid Binance. Before investing in cryptocurrencies or any other financial assets, it's essential to conduct thorough research, understand the risks involved, and consider your investment goals and risk tolerance. You can analyze the crypto market here on CoinMarketCap. Be sure to use reputable exchanges, minimize transaction fees, and employ best practices for securing your cryptocurrency holdings. Crypto ledgers and wallets. Instead of investing on a platform, you can maintain improved security of your crypto investments by getting a ledger and crypto wallet for decentralized digital investing in crypto. These allow for encrypted data, biometric authentication, cold storage, hardware wallets, and multi-factor authentication, MFA, processes like the two-factor authentication processes you already use for your common non-banking sign on into YouTube, Facebook, or other apps. MFA is just a much more complex version of authenticating for accessing the portfolio. Your passcode may be a string of 20+ words instead of a string of 6-digit numbers. The additional security keys like two-factor authentication on your phone ensure that even if a hacker gets all your information and know your wallet address get into your crypto accounts, if they do not have the security key information, they cannot officially log in. So this is a great thing to implement for yourself to secure your crypto accounts. You should always secure your crypto accounts and non-banking profiles. Data is a security issue you should always protect with two- or multi-factor authentication security methods. Do not be a laughingstock of the world like the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, who had their own social media accounts hacked because of their blatant disregard of securing this account with two-factor authentication. This embarrassment meant hackers gained unauthorized access and posted strategic content to raise crypto prices for a pump and dump scheme only they will gain from. Smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. SEC is a regulatory agency responsible for overseeing the securities markets and protecting investors. For them to be hacked due to their poor security of their accounts led to the embarrassment of how we can investors trust them to protect our investments when they can't even protect their own social media accounts from hackers. Lesson here is we should all implement security measures, such as 2FA, to safeguard our data and accounts to prevent unauthorized access. By failing to enable 2FA, the SEC left its social media accounts vulnerable to exploitation by hackers, resulting in a breach of security and dissemination of false or misleading information. Organizations, especially those responsible for regulating financial markets, should prioritize cybersecurity and adopt best practices to protect sensitive information if they wish to maintain public trust. Failure to do so can lead to embarrassment, loss of credibility, and potentially harmful consequences for investors within the broad financial ecosystem. Take actions to secure your data and accounts. The Ledger Nano X is one of the most popular ways to secure your crypto. It allows you to secure your cryptocurrency off a platform to prevent hackers' access to your accounts. The Ledge clarifies risks associated with online platforms and the importance of protecting against hackers. The ledger facilitates the transfer of digital assets as transactions in a decentralized system. This exchange occurs digitally. Every transaction is recorded to ensure transparency and security. The decentralized nature of cryptocurrency prevents fraudulent activity by cross-referencing transactions across multiple copies of the ledger. This system enables open and traceable transactions, offering distinct advantages over traditional currency systems. Smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. You basically plug in the device to your computer, set up the passcode, and then make transactions through use of the device. Network fees may still exist for these transactions using the device. Again, the fees go to the crypto miners who manage the exchange and process the transaction for you. Level up your life. Follow us on Medium to unlock our secrets. Subscribe to us on YouTube. If someone hacks you and steals your crypto, you're not going to get help from the FTC, insurance companies, or banks. In crypto, you must play God and protect your own money. Do not expect others to protect it for you. Oftentimes, when you lose your crypto, you realize your losses forever without any way to rectify the issue. Thus, it is clear to see both disadvantages and the advantages of using an anonymous peer-to-peer networking system. This being said, some exchanges provide insurance coverage against certain losses and emphasizes protection for customer accounts. Maybe look into this prior to choosing what platform you invest your crypto on. Simple but terrifying. When you make transactions, always double and triple check your transaction to ensure the correct coin, price, quantity, limits, or addresses you are sending crypto to. The worst mistake you can do is have human error in your entries that can send your money to the internet abyss, somewhere you can never get it back. That or transact a losing bet you did not mean to implement accidentally. Double-check your data entries for transactions. This all is coming from an expert data analyst by career. Human error is preventable. Triple-check your entries. Prevent errors, losses, and mistakes anytime you are able. Next, waiting for your transfer or transaction to process and show in the way you intended it to is most definitely a little stressful. Reduce stressors by confirming data entries. Banks say fraud is everywhere. Do not wire funds without confirming the wire transfer details. Here we reiterate, do not transfer funds or implement buy-sell orders without confirming transaction details. If you make one typo and you somehow accidentally send money to a guy in the Cayman Islands, expect that money to be gone forever with nothing you can do about it. It may be a huge mistake that there may be little to nothing you can do to resolve the error. Smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Crypto whales, volatility, and ROI. A lot of banks and corporations are buying cryptocurrency, which is leading to huge rises in crypto prices. The market used to be random individuals that believed in it, but more and more crypto investors are becoming well-known banks, businesses, and CEOs that we look up to as being very successful financially. Smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. I always say, learn from experts. When you see all these experts buying in, one would think they all buy in because they cornered the market toward gaining higher returns on their investment versus investing in literally any other thing. Here I ask, why are they not buying real estate? ROI is less and repairs are a huge nuisance. Why are they not investing in gold? Nobody cares about gold because ROI here is not even close to ROIs found in crypto. Why are they not buying into stocks? Well, they are buying into stocks and probably chose to buy into the kingly dividend-paying stocks. But why invest here if you have the expertise needed to beat the market and ROI is higher in crypto versus the stock market? Smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. You may ask, why is the ROI higher in crypto? ROI is higher in crypto because it is so volatile. The huge increases and decreases in the market allow you to maximize gains more than in any other market. This being said, if you do not invest wisely with strategy, my favorite made-up word, but also invest in a coin at the right time and price, you will surely maximize losses toward unbearable hardship. Volatility can be your best friend or your worst enemy. They say newbies are those most apt to lose in crypto. They also say, no one can predict the crypto market and accurately predict the price of any coin rising or falling. If someone lists a prediction price, they probably have no clue. Regardless, I do have a huge amount of bull pro-crypto belief that Bitcoin will surpass $100,000 this year. I am not saying it will happen. Instead, I say it is highly likely based on all I know. I do not know how high prices will go. I do not know if it will drop down to $15,000 tomorrow. Level up your life. Follow us on Medium to unlock our secrets. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Here my point is, I have a belief and I am very bull, but anything can happen. Sure, I think Bitcoin will exceed $100,000 this year, but importantly when it comes to crypto, anything can happen. This you must get into your head before investing your first dollar in crypto. In addition, understand there are huge players in the game that manipulate markets with their huge amounts of money, decades of trading success, and a team that helps them hedge bets toward winning outcomes. You buy into crypto alone as a newbie with small amounts of money, no decades of experience, and no team to rely on or trust in. Thus, choose wisely what experts you choose to follow and learn from. If you choose to follow the wrong person, you may be apt to be hurt by a pump and dump scheme ran by your favorite influencer or CEO. Smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Investing in crypto takes a special mind. One that can spot the BS and go forth and concur in a dog-eat-dog world. If you are lucky, you may dodge hardship. Haha. Doge. Back to my point. Be careful who you follow the advice of and be careful what coins you invest in. Be strategic of what time and price you buy in, for any great coin can be bad if purchased at a bad time. I personally know individuals who grew over $1 million in crypto. I created this video because I think you can earn money in crypto too. That is why I am in. I truly believe in it. You must do as you deem best though. Disclaimer. I proffer the following disclaimer. The information provided in this video is for educational and informational purposes only. We are not licensed financial advisors. Do not make any financial decisions without consulting with a fiduciary or a licensed financial advisor. Always do your own research and consider seeking professional advice tailored to your specific situation, which we have no knowledge of. Smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Investing in crypto. I do believe the crypto market is still young. If you buy in now, you can buy most any coin. As the Bitcoin halving is implemented, it is normal for Bitcoin's value to rise. You may find yourself priced out of being able to invest in Bitcoin. Here I proffer, remember crypto is great because of its volatility. Thus, now may not be the time to buy Bitcoin. Instead, if you're not already in, you may want to buy into Bitcoin after it starts trending down and is much cheaper than $70,000. I think the crypto market will continue to give investors higher ROIs than other markets, especially as more and more internationally buy in. If you do not learn about crypto, you may lose out on being part of this era of the great shift in wealth. Those in have the chance to gain big or lose it all. Up to you what you invest in and what side of the fence you land on. Smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Will you buy into the right coin at the right time, then run with gains? Will you buy into the wrong coin at the wrong time, then never unplug your investment and lose it all? It is not the best time to buy into a market at all-time high prices. That, or will you be the one standing at the fence center looking left and right but afraid and taking no action at all? Crypto is still early in its development. There is so much we all have to learn. There is so much in its future we simply could not predict accurately. No one knows what exactly will happen. What we do know is historical data analysis. Crypto outperforms other markets and only takes a click of a button and a lackadaisical rest on the couch to earn money. This is why crypto investors may call themselves degenerates. One thing you must consider: effort and hard labor. Do you prefer investing in real estate proven to grow millionaires with less risk, but much more labor over longer time frames? Do you prefer clicking a button and gaining quick gains while focusing your energy on other endeavors? You do you. Do what you deem best. Diamond hands versus day trading. Smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. You can buy at cheap prices, and diamond hands hold the coin long-term to reduce tax costs for long-term capital gains. You can day trade and actively make short-term buy and sell orders. But this is high risk where most people fail, and the transaction fees often overwhelm you over time toward hedging profits toward more losses than anything else. Day trading requires knowledge, experience, understanding of human psychology, insanity to some degree, and the wisdom to cut your losses while maximizing your gains. Level up your life. Follow us on Medium to unlock our secrets. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Emotions do not belong in crypto trading. Investing should be based on logic, not emotions. You should make informed decisions based on your situation and knowledge base with the understanding of risks before you make transactions. Then, when you are wrong, do not be afraid to get out of the trade to cut losses as needed. No, you should not be upset about uncontrollable things. Things happen. Mistakes happen. Do not get too upset about things you cannot do anything about. Learn from mistakes and move on. Prevent mistakes. That is all you can do. Understand that markets rise and fall based on market sentiments and how people feel emotionally and psychologically. If you understand the emotions and psychological actions of others, then take logical actions based on your findings, you will find successes in crypto or other markets. When you understand human nature, things become predictable. You can then disconnect and take the best actions, correctly hypothesizing the correct outcomes, or at least getting as accurate with your guesses as much as possible. Ever evolving. Here I clarify, there is always more to learn. Always continue learning, otherwise you will be taken advantage of and left in the dust, because investing is an ever-evolving phenomenon. You must stay on your toes if you wish to find success in it. Always be learning. The smartest people do not know all the answers. The smartest individuals know where to find all the answers. Always be learning and find the solutions to any problem you have in life. Chaos impacts to timeliness of transactions. When the market is going crazy, the systems that run transactions go crazy and get bogged down, so you should definitely buy and sell during the fall and rise of your cryptocurrency, instead of when everything goes crazy and everyone is making transactions all at once. Smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. If you try to make transactions during times of chaos, your buy or sell order may get delayed, costing you a lot of money due to the systems being overwhelmed by buy or sell orders. You don't want to be unable to take your money out because the server or the app itself is down. This means you should not put all your money in one place. If you lose your wallet, it is better to not lose everything. Level up your life. Follow us on Medium to unlock our secrets. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Crypto influencers speaking silly. As a quick aside, if a social media influencer overgeneralizes about Bitcoin investing, maybe invest your time watching someone else's videos. They may speak of Bitcoin this, Bitcoin that, Bitcoin this, but you should know Bitcoin is only one of many coins. Crypto market has coins with prices that go up and down. Just because Bitcoin rises in price does not mean all coins will do the same. Bitcoin is not the crypto market. Bitcoin is only one coin within the cryptocurrency market. Bitcoin is the first most well-established coin with the largest market cap and longest history of established gains. Don't follow crypto influencers who do not realize the difference between the crypto market versus Bitcoin, not being a market, instead being just a coin within the market. The not so intelligent buy measurably above record highs. Here I clarify, top YouTube crypto influencers say buy any time even above the record highs. I say this is not so intelligent. Why buy measurably above record highs? Because you believe in crypto's long-term rise, when you can buy at cheaper prices because crypto is highly volatile. Yes, you do not want to miss out on the train, but with the volatility of crypto, it is likely it will fall much lower than this present amount, so why not be patient and increase your gains buying at lower prices, hedging toward more gains? Last cycle, crypto all-time high was above $68,000. Then the downward spiral hit to bring it down to an amazingly awesome low of $15,599. That is awesome after such a high. Buying in should be as low as you can manage, not well above the high. Level up your life. Follow us on Medium to unlock our secrets. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Do not take on not so intelligent amounts of risk. Love volatility and enjoy the falls because they are what give you opportunities. They say recessions make the most millionaires. Well, I say we are in a recession and now is the time to become a millionaire. Now is the time, or never at all. It just takes much strategy and actions that are carefully your own based on your situation and based on what you are willing to risk or lose. Do not invest your rent money or anything you are not willing to lose. Smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Invest only in what you are comfortable with losing. This is the same concept for investing in any market, stocks, real estate, crypto, gold, or the up-and-coming art industry. Reduce risk. Do not listen to not so intelligent advice to buy well above record highs. Instead, skip to the next YouTube channel. Instead, buy another coin. There are so many options out there. Buy a coin that is very established and delayed toward reaching record highs, but on its way up to these higher prices. Dollar cost averaging in or out of market. A lot of high-profile crypto investors believe in, and I also love the concept of dollar cost averaging, DCA, as an investment strategy where you divide the total amount you want to invest into periodic purchases of a particular asset, regardless of its price fluctuations. This strategy aims to reduce the impact of volatility on the overall purchase price. You can dollar cost average into the market by investing a predetermined amount at preset regular intervals. You can dollar cost average out of the market by selling a predetermined amount at preset regular intervals as the market rises toward and above record high prices. You gradually sell a fixed amount of the asset at regular intervals, regardless of the asset's price movements. DCAing out of the market will reduce your exposure and mitigate risks of selling all at once and potentially missing out on higher price gains. You set the transactions for predetermined intervals, regardless of whether the price of the asset is rising or falling. By consistently buying or selling the asset over time, the investor may offset some risk or increase gains by ensuring they invest into the market so the money can rise instead of never investing at all. For those Dave Ramsey enthusiasts, we all agree we should set aside a portion of your income for investing monthly. Here in crypto, we implement Dave Ramsey's advice by DCAing in and out of the market. Cryptocurrency investing follows Dave Ramsey's rules of investing by implementing dollar-cost averaging (DCA) method. If that does not build credibility in cryptocurrency, I am not sure what will. My point here is, if someone speaks of DCA, they probably know more than the average person about reducing risks and investing in cryptocurrency. Do not follow the advice of just anyone. Qualify the integrity and knowledge base of those you listen to. DCAing in or out smooths out the impact of short-term market volatility on your investment returns. It also helps you avoid the psychological pressure of trying to time the market. As we already said above, anything is possible at any time, and nobody can predict the peaks and valley prices of any coin. DCA will offer a proven strategy used not just in crypto, but also by Dave Ramsey for investing your earnings in life in general. DCA is a disciplined approach to invest or divest assets over time. Be sure to try DCA. Supply and demand. Not going into this, but economics of supply and demand are very impactful toward moving crypto markets toward rising, falling, or staying stagnant. Understand this before you start investing in crypto. Cryptocurrency market is growing. Internationally, like the growth of the use of YouTube globally, more and more people are investing in cryptocurrency each day. In the upcoming decades, I expect us to go from having millions investing in cryptocurrency to continue toward billions of crypto investors. Smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Think about it, it is so convenient conceptually and offers you control of your own money without any centralized government controlling or having influence over your money. Who would not want this? Furthermore, what is the value of a house? The house's value is the value you give it. What is the value of gold or silver? They only have value because society designates that they have value and defines the value. What is the value of a dollar bill? The dollar bill's value is the value you give it. Governments influence what value a currency has, and as they print bills, the value is adjusted and inflationary. There are so many kinds of fiat currency, and all can be exchanged to purchase things. Earlier in history, bartering and trading for goods was how we made our purchases. How annoying is it to exchange money and pay fees every time you vacation and want to spend money in that country with their currency? If we all had crypto, we could travel the world paying with the same currency and not have to gain all these fees changing money from the US dollar, USD, to the euro, to the Japanese yen, JPY, to the British pound sterling, GBP, to the Canadian dollar, CAD, to the Mexican peso, MXN, or others. No costly exchange rates. How much easier would it be to have an international method of payment that knows no borders, requires no trade?
No dollar bills.
No heavy coins in your pocket. The world has evolved from bartering to the digital age of cryptocurrency. Banks are failing and cryptocurrency will be the revolutionary next best thing. Who would not want this simpler way of buying and selling things internationally from country to country without the impact of borders on how we transact or live? They say administrative actions are a waste of life. Do not waste your life away with endless admin and transaction fees when they are both avoidable and able to be minimized. Smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Crypto international adoption. More and more countries are starting to invest in cryptocurrency. A huge case study. Anyone who knows anything about crypto knows about the country of El Salvador, where President Bukele's creation of mining farms in poverty-stricken areas that don't even have banking could be seen as a step in the right direction for improving the quality of life for residents who have always lived in poverty without even the bare minimum of things we all have daily here in the United States. Smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. While there have been concerns about fraudulent losses to everyday people, some view this initiative as a positive move toward providing opportunities and infrastructure in underserved communities. In the long term, residents can invest money with a simple click of a button, grow their money, and utilize ATM-like infrastructure to withdraw funds and buy things when normally they had no access to banking or ATM infrastructure previously. Cryptocurrency, when secure with hackers and scammers are held accountable, can place all people on Earth on the same playing field, able to invest and grow their money at the same rates. Everyone plays the same game. Those who invest wisely and know what they are doing win. Those who do not will lose. Someone always loses. Here I caution again. Newbies are the ones that usually lose. Even seasoned investors lose when they buy at the wrong time or price. Do not cut their losses to get out of losing trades, and slash or fail to sell their investments with gains when they have the chance. The whales influence markets. You must realize you are a small fish in a big ocean as you enter. You must reduce risks and make careful strategic actions. What I like about crypto is that countries that have no banking can now gain modern infrastructure and invest in the crypto market, improving their quality of life in the long run. Click on the on-screen images to subscribe and watch more videos. While President Bukele's crypto mining farms failed in the short term, I think it will be revolutionary in the long term once the kinks are resolved and fraud is combated. President Bukele has a strong, powerful reputation for improving crime in the country through strict prison sentences and police infrastructure. I think he has the revolutionary mind and strict enforcement mindset to turn things around for the country toward improving quality of life and modern infrastructure for everyday residents. In the end, the hope is those without access to traditional banks would benefit greatly from having crypto ATM infrastructure and the capacity to invest money. Here we see, mining itself is a difficult, long, arduous thing to do that may or may not benefit society locally due to environmental and other concerns. Nevertheless, giving the community the capacity to buy and sell using crypto while storing their money unplugged within their accounts as a store of value or invested for growth sounds like an amazing thing for communities that do not have the capacity to do this now, especially when you consider the ROI crypto offers investors. Just because I have money on the Gemini platform does not mean I have to invest it in crypto. It can just sit there unplugged until it is a good time to buy. Smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm.
Diversification of funds.
There are so many finance gurus that speak to the importance of diversification of investments of funds. Here I like to debate why they obsess over diversifying investments. For me, I think people say diversify to water down your investments into investing in things you do not know or investing in things that are not within your strengths, so you can have losses and be taken advantage of. Level up your life. Follow us on Medium to unlock our secrets. Subscribe to us on YouTube. My point here is, do not over-diversify by buying over 20 coins because you cannot be an expert on all of them. Hedge your bets within your strengths on coins you know most about. If you want to maximize gains, do not over-diversify your portfolio. Diversification is to be used to mitigate risks. You should always invest in the coins you most believe in, understand, and expect to do the best. Do not waste your time investing in what you are bad at. Do not diversify into coins that you have no evidence to support its rise. You would not buy a house before having a certain amount of knowledge base about the buy. So do not buy coins you know nothing about simply because your friend Bob said to. Unless, of course, if Bob is a multimillionaire with a proven track record for kingly gains and a level of integrity that is unmatched. Here I am partially joking. If you do not know me, I am geeky with a highly analytical mind, but if you pay attention, You will find me joking and adding comedy and laughter into life anytime able. What is life if not enjoyable? Here I end with, if you enjoy something, you will be more apt to find success and do well in it. I found rare successes in life. I accomplished the impossible in so many things. I do well because I place no limits on what I can do and enjoy the journey along the way. Start your journey enjoying the process and learning all you can before you jump right in. Good luck! Feel free to check out Level Up with Alyssa Mahin YouTube channel to level up your life in a personalized way. See you there. Disclaimer. Thus I proffer the following disclaimer. The information provided in this video is for educational and informational purposes only. We are not licensed financial advisors. Do not make any financial decisions without consulting with a fiduciary or a licensed financial advisor. Always do your own research and consider seeking professional advice tailored to your specific situation. Level up your life. Follow us on Medium to unlock our secrets. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Subscribe by clicking on my on-screen photo. We will help you level up your successes and foster bin outcomes in life.
Turning losses into gains, I'm the boss, I'm making change. I've been rocking this exchange,